Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. So if you're not prepping as much as you possibly can right now, you may look back a few years from now and hopefully you'll be looking back laughing at this video thinking what a crazy guy this is. Hopefully. But I just don't think that's the case. Alright ladies and gentlemen, so first of all, for those of you that are here that are new, that just came across this video, go ahead and get it out of your systems. Go ahead and say I'm a hoarder, that I'm a panic buyer, that I'm a fear monger. All right, say all those things. All right, whatever you want to say to make yourselves feel better, that you're not doing what you should be doing right now for yourselves and your families, go ahead and say it and get it out of your system. For everyone else that wants to listen, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. I don't feel this way many times, but I do feel like something is in the horizon, and a lot of us can see it, but some of us can't. And hopefully this video is going to reach some of you that just can't see it and need a little tug or a little push in order to be able to see it. Now, this thing that's going on around the world, in all honesty, it's not what concerns me the most. What concerns me the most is what this will do to our economy and the world economy as a whole. For those of you that don't understand the economy and finance, you have to understand that if our economy shuts down, more people will perish from that event than will from this health crisis that we have going on right now. You have to understand that if we have some kind of a credit freeze where the banks close and businesses shut down and there is no economic activity, everything's going to be shut down. How are the trucks going to be trucking on the roads delivering product if they don't have the credit that they need in order to run their business? How are the manufacturers going to be manufacturing things that we need if there's no credit for them to be able to do business? What you have to understand is that in the world that we live in today, credit is everything. That's a very unfortunate statement that I just made, but it's a true statement. Without credit, everything stops. The ATMs stop. The credit cards stop. Businesses will stop because they need credit. And what I fear the most is that due to the condition that we see the world in today, if things get worse, the economy may shut down, just like it pretty much has in other places of the world. So this is what I fear most from what is happening today. Now, if you take a look at the Dow, you would think that everything is just great, right? The Federal Reserve and the banks, the government, whatever it is, whatever entity it is that you want to call it, they did a great job today in convincing me that the market is 100% manipulated. How does a market go up 1,300 points in one day? How? After it had already gone down almost 4,000 points in 1 week. How many really motivated participants are there out there that would really want to put money in a market that had just fallen 15% in the previous week? Ask yourselves, who's investing in this? Of course, your pension funds are invested in these, but it's because they haven't been given a choice by the Federal Reserve, because the Federal Reserve has kept rates down so low for the past decade and some that they had no choice but to try to invest in riskier assets or in riskier equities in order to be able to keep up with the minimum 7% annual yield that they need in order to keep their pensions alive. And even by doing that, like 98% out of every pension in this country is underwater. There's only 2 states, I believe, that have a pension system that is actually funded. The rest are all underwater. So ladies and gentlemen, the truth is that what scares me most is not what's going on with this health issue, but what this can do to our economy / our banking system and / our monetary system, which relies heavily on credit. So if you're not prepping right now, if you're not taking this to heart and going out there and doing what you can, then you may look back in a few years and wish that you would have. Because you have a choice. You either leave it up to someone else to take care of you when times get tough, or you do the right thing and prepare for hard times when times are plenty. Now, believe it or not, I just went to Costco not too long ago. I called my wife from work and I was like, hey, you want to meet at Costco? Because I want to get some more things. I wanted to get some more rice, as a matter of fact. They were all out, ladies and gentlemen. Costco was out of rice. They had a few bags of jasmine rice. And in all honesty, I hate that rice. I can't stand it. So I didn't buy it. I'm going to try to see if they have some at the commissary tomorrow so I can buy a few bags. So I can fill up my bin that we use as a working store of rice. So I'm going to try and do that tomorrow. But believe it or not, they had absolutely no rice over there except for a few bags of that jasmine rice. So that's what I have to say about that, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you that think I'm fear-mongering, by all means, leave your comments and call me a fear-monger. I'm going to continue to prep the best that I can. I'm going to stuff things. I'm going to stuff all these tins and all these cans of food you see in whatever place I have to stuff them so that I can get enough time for me and my family to get through whatever it is that's coming our way. Because believe it or not, it's coming. And I've said it in previous videos that what I think we're seeing is the perfect storm. Not only will we be subject to a health crisis, not only will we be subject to an economic crisis, all right, but we'll be subject to a shipping crisis where things can't get from point A to point B. We'll be subject to a crisis where there's just not enough food stuff and other stuff available for everyone to get what they need, and people will go without. This is your chance to go out there and secure some nutrition for you and your family. Just in case, ladies and gentlemen, things get to the point where you're not able to buy any of this stuff that you see in front of you at any price. Right? So for those of you that want to stand by, I'll go ahead and show you what I got, and that may give you some ideas so that you can fill in the gaps in your preps should you have any gaps to fill. I've gotten several comments where I was told, I'm so glad that you showed us what you got today because I wasn't thinking of this item that you got. Now I know that I need to go get it. That's why I'm doing this, ladies and gentlemen, so that you can see some of the stuff that I'm getting. That way, if you're missing this in your preps and you think it would benefit you to get these things, that you can go out there and get them, or that you can at least put it on a list for the next time that you go out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got some pepperoni and some cheese so that we can use those items to make those bubbly pizzas that you guys saw me get on my last grocery haul. And I got plenty to last us probably for about the next 2 months. I already have another 5-pound bag of cheese like that, so we have enough cheese probably to last us for the next couple of months, along with the pepperonis. Now, believe it or not, at first I thought it would be a problem freezing that shredded cheese, but if you're going to use it like for pizza or for a pasta dish like lasagna or something like that, it's okay if you freeze it and then use it. You may want to split it up into smaller portions when you freeze it. That way it will be more user-friendly for you. But I freeze this cheese all the time, and it comes out great whenever I go ahead and make pizza with it, or my wife makes lasagna or things like that. There are some cheeses that when you freeze them, they're not really great. Like I know cream cheese is not really great after you froze it and then let it thaw out. But this cheese is really good. So I'm looking at trying to get some comfort foods that we eat on a regular basis, but trying to get at least a couple of months worth. That way we can put it in the freezer and have it for the next couple of months. After that, if we run out, I can turn to my freeze-dried cheeses that I have in number 10 cans that I've acquired over the years. Another thing that I got, ladies and gentlemen, is some tomato paste. Now, I know in the past I've said that I'm going to go to using only my tomato powder that I've gotten from Auction Farms because, in my opinion, That's probably Oxen Farms' best product that they have. That tomato powder they have is outstanding. However, just like the cheese, this is something that we use on a regular basis. So what I'm doing here is stocking up stuff that we use on a regular basis for the next couple of months. This will last us probably 2 or 3 months. These 24 cans of tomato paste. And then if after that we still need some and we run out of this, we can break into our long-term storage foods. And this was actually a pretty good deal. I think it was like $6 per case, and each case brings 12 cans. So you're paying around 50 cents a can. It's a 6-ounce can, and it's organic tomato paste. The next thing that I got, ladies and gentlemen, is something that I've been reluctant to get for a while, but the truth is that right now I just don't have the time to do any canning. And this is easy and fast. It's a bit more pricey than me buying the beef on my own and doing my own canning. However, it's not that big of a difference. This came out to about $4.20 a pound once I figured in the amount of product in each can to what it costs. I think each of these 4 packs were about $13 or so. So it came out to about $4 or so a pound. They're 12 ounces each for the beef that's in there. All right, now I've had this beef before. It's really good. I actually got a couple of cans from my boss and I tried it and it's really good. So I decided to go ahead and get some of these now to just make sure we have them. And this is another thing that we will be dipping into in last. Anything were to happen, of course, everything is going to come out of the freezer first, then the fridge, then we'll dip into these cans that we have after I've dipped into my jars that I pressure can myself. So this is just a backup to the backup to the backup, ladies and gentlemen. This is where in the military they like to say that 1 is none, 2 is 1. And I got some organic pasta, and these were actually a really good deal. And I've had this pasta before. It's made in Italy, or it's imported from Italy, and it's organic, and it was $8 for 8.8 pounds. I guess each container is like 1.1 pound. So you can say it was $1 a pound, which when you consider pasta that you get at the store, usually you can get it for a lot less than $1 a pound. However, this is something that we really like. It's really good quality, and it's not one of those things that I'm going to put away for long-term storage. I'm actually going to put this into my working pantry, and we're going to eat off of this until it's gone. And once it's gone, along with the other pasta in our working pantry, we'll go ahead and break into some of the stuff that we put away for long-term food storage. Ladies and gentlemen, remember to make sure to get things that you know you like. Okay? I didn't mention that before, but I would like that if someone's watching this video for the first time, that if you see something on here, that you don't get it just because you saw someone else get it, but that you get it because you like it. And if there's something that you're considering getting for like long-term storage, make sure that you pick up one. Try it and make sure that you and whoever it is that you're feeding will like it before you commit to buying a large amount. I got another, what is that? That comes in 84 ounces. So it's a little more than a half a gallon. It's like 3/4 of a gallon of organic coconut oil. And as many of you know, and for those of you that don't know, coconut oil will stay good pretty much indefinitely. I have a 5-gallon pail of coconut oil that is probably about 7 years old. Nothing wrong with it. And I have one of these 84-ounce containers of coconut oil that we've been working off of for about the last 4 years. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. And on top of that, coconut oil is extremely versatile. You can actually use coconut oil to make toothpaste, to make deodorant, if you like, underarm deodorant. You can use it for cooking. You can use it for making soaps. And it would be pretty expensive soap, by the way, but you could use it for making soaps. All right, there's many things you can use for it. You can use it to brush your teeth. It's actually good for your teeth. So if you're going to put away fats, one of the best fats to put away, in my opinion, would be coconut oil. Now, the last food product, or I guess you can call this a food product, that I purchased were these whole black peppercorns. Right? So again, it's very important to have spices put away. to make sure that your foods have some flavor. And I noticed that we were a little bit low on pepper, so I went and grabbed one of these. Now I have long-term storage peppercorns that I put away. All right, but what I like to do is I like to leave my long-term storage items untouched until I actually need them. So we went ahead and purchased this. And if you're going to store pepper for long-term, this right here is the best way in which to store them, where they're still in their berries. All right, they'll stay better longer. Not saying that if you store ground pepper for long-term storage, like with an oxygen absorber in a sealed container, that it won't be good for a long time. This is just a better way because it still has all of its natural oils within the berry. And then when you go ahead and crush them and use them, it'll actually have a lot more flavor. And this is the last of it, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see there, I got a couple more packs of Mucinex. I got a DM and a regular. And I also got some more vitamin C in the chewable style and in the pill style. In addition to that, got about 1,000 caplets of ibuprofen, right? In my opinion, ibuprofen has a very good shelf life, and it's just nice to have something to help to ease any discomfort that you may have for whatever reason, right? And it's one of those medicines, ibuprofen. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's one of those medicines that will not bring down your temperature, your core temperature. Like if you have a fever, it won't help to bring it down, but it will give you comfort and help you not feel as much pain as you may be feeling. So that's why I got those things. The gummies that I got that are vitamin C, there's some people in my family that hate pills, and some people just don't like pills. Me, I can swallow a darn golf ball if I had to. All right, but some people in my family just don't like pills, and the next best thing would be the gummies. So as long as they're getting their vitamin C one way or another, that's what really matters. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to go ahead and say thank you very much to one of our community members. Today in the mail, I received this lovely card from Corpus Christi, Texas. All right, and there's something written in the back, but I'll just keep that between myself and the person who sent it to me. And they also sent me a really cool little flashlight, and it's actually pretty nice. Look at that. Whoa. So thank you very much. You know who you are. I don't like to mention names. All right, if you've been here long enough, I don't like to mention names because I don't want to invade on anyone's privacy. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And in case you don't know, I never throw away any cards or give away or sell or anything like that. Anything that I receive, I always keep it, because it really means a lot to me that you took the time and effort and spent some of your hard-earned money to send me something. So I truly do appreciate it. So thank you very much. And now, last but not least, let me go ahead and show you something that maybe you haven't seen for a little bit. And there is Miss Pebbles drinking her milk. Look at that. I found a way to keep her nice and still for all of you to see her. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you very much for joining in. Please take heed to the message that I put out in this video. It's not about me showing off anything that I got. It's about me trying to motivate you guys, encourage you guys, give you some food for thought that maybe you can talk with or talk about with your better half, so that you can hopefully go out there and prepare yourselves for anything. All right. Now, people say that there's panic buying going on in all these states. Ladies and gentlemen, as far as I'm concerned, it's not panic buying. When you see panic buying, you'll know it's panic buying. All right. Because some people have gone out and cleared some aisles, cleared toilet paper here, cleared toilet paper there. As far as I'm concerned, that's not panic buying. All right. That's what I thought it was when I first seen the articles. But it's really not panic buying. You'll know when it's panic buying, all right? And don't consider yourself a hoarder just because you go to a store and you stock up for 2 or 3 months, all right? Those people that are trying to call you a hoarder are those people that are going to be wishing that they were alongside you when you were stocking up for you and your families. Having said that, thank you again for joining in. I hope you guys have a good evening and a good week ahead. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper. I'm out.